Congratulations on the film. It's another fantastic collaboration between you and David.
Thank
When
you.
you first see the film, does it come quickly to you what the score should be, or do you have to sit with it a while? Do you have to see it multiple times?
The process for this was I'd read the book. I'd spoken with David that this is his next project, and before anything was filmed, I became familiar with the novel. Some preliminary discussions with David, and I eventually got a script. And then what we did this time is he had filmed, because this landed right in the middle of a touring cycle for me. So I started working on this in January, and I'd been on tour since last summer, so perfectly bad timing. So he had a chance to film some material, saw a very rough cut, enough to get an idea of the pacing and the kind of look of things. And then the key really is, and at that moment, to answer your question, it's not obvious. I'm not sure what role music's going to play or how big a space it's going to eat up. And the key then is really talking with David, because as you can imagine, I know he knows what he wants. Not specifically, but he knows, just like he's considered the lighting and every detail of the cabinetry in the corner that won't even be in the shot, he's thought about. And I know he has an idea of what space and role music's going to play. And then it's a matter of just kind of translating and extracting what clues that range from specific to very cryptic. And then what happens is Atticus and myself, my co-writer, will sit down and, without picture, we've done this on all three pictures with David now, think about that space, think about the environment of the movie, think about the themes of the film, think about what feelings that invokes in us, and kind of blindly compose music that feels like it might belong somewhere in there. Not for the scene and not for the opening credits and not for that, but just feels like it's a translation of what we've extracted from David in terms of texture, make some decisions about what instruments we're going to use, we think, which usually means not using stuff, and focusing on a certain path of writing. And then we'll run a batch of music by him that's anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour long of stuff, and judge the reaction. And if it's not overwhelming, then we throw it out and we start again. But we had good luck this time from the beginning. And then it becomes much more, now let's get picture and start to see what we can squeeze into what scenes and start shuffling things around. And also entrusting his guys just get their opinions and try things and really be a collaborative situation.
Now that it's been 3 movies with him, how has that collaboration between you and he evolved? I
feel slightly less intimidated than I did initially. But I really value David as an artist and a friend. And each film has been an education for me and taught me a tremendous amount, not only about filmmaking, but the role of music and what's possible. And it's been a nice complementary set of things to do in a different discipline that has similar, but in a lot of ways, very different roles of what music does. And I found it very inspiring. And again, I couldn't ask for a better collaborator and situation where when David's making a film, it's with the absolute highest level of integrity to make the best piece of art he can make. It's not about the many compromises one faces with commerce and art argument. He's out to make the best, and he's already muscled people out of the way, so you have your space to do your thing and not be interfered with. And that seems to be, as I talk to some friends, a pretty rare and valuable scenario that I'm aware of. So.
Does it ever happen where you're stuck on maybe a particular scene, you can't find the right mood for it, and if so, how do you get yourself out of that?
It does happen from time to time, and again, that's as long as we're in dialogue with David and Kirk, editor, and Ren, our sound designer, and we talk about, there's always an opinion there, and usually somebody digs us out of the hole, or vice versa, where they're stuck on a scene, and what about this? And whether not be that actual suggestion, but it leads to something where we all kind of realize, it's been a lesson in the power of collaboration, which I haven't had a lot of experience in my own life.